I'm Anthony Hall, Town Council for the Town of Grange, here to give you a brief summary of our last two council meetings. I believe it's vital that we share as much information possible with our constituents. Give me just a second, I'm gonna pull up the agenda. This is a meeting minutes. As you see, council members present was Mayor Wooten, Mayor Pro Tem David Holmes, Councilmember Reed Rouse, Councilmember Al Gray, Councilmember Larry Gladney, Councilmember Roger Miles, and myself, Councilmember Anthony Hall. Council members absent was none. We had a town manager, of course, John Kraft was present. Emily Cawley Shulkin, town attorney, was present. Summer Morgan, public works director, and Laura McAllister, town clerk. So call to order. The prayer was given by Councilmember Larry Gladney. Moving down to public area, we didn't have any Board of Adjustments. We didn't have any comments for Board of Adjustments. Then we moved down to item 6, which was the approval of the agenda. The town manager recommends that we approve the agenda with the following amendment: to addition of the agenda item 8D, the resolution approving the 2022 fire department slate of officers. Motion was to approve the agenda with the addition of the item that was made by Mayor Pro Tem Holmes and was seconded by Councilmember Gray. Move on down to the consent agenda. Basically, the consent agenda was asked for approval for regular session minutes, closed minutes, December 6, 2021. Also presented to the council approval, the free use of the community center by the VIP Club. Stephanie Wilkerson with the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services wrote a letter requesting the free use of the community center to hold meeting for the second Tuesday each month at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. for the VIP Club's visual impaired persons support group. Motion was made by Councilmember Hall, seconded by Councilmember Miles, to approve the consent agenda. Item number 8A, was approval of the state ARP funding request. That's the $10.28 million received from the state. Councilmember Gray gave the motion to approve that. It was seconded by Councilmember Miles, and the motion carried. Item 8B was the approval of the ordinance amending the fiscal year 2021-22 budget ordinance. So you can see the budget ordinance here was approved. Therefore, the town member provided the council with the ordinance. I was creating Fund 86, which revenues of $10,280,000 in state ARP funds. Item 8C is the approval of the purchase of the Christmas decorations and ordinance amending the 21-22 budget ordinance. The town manager reminded council that we're going to bring this item, Christmas decorations, back to this meeting to discuss the purchasing for next year. However, one of the companies who sells these items at a great sale at 33% off, which would enable the town to save a substantial amount of money for purchasing the decorations now as opposed to next year. Based on the discussion, December, the town manager has obtained pricing to purchase 20 new pole-mounted Christmas decorations to expand the area of the town in which the street decorations are located, to replace all the garland and the lights on existing Christmas tree decorations, replace all the bowls on the wrench the wreath decorations in the town area to purchase a 12-feet tree for the town to be installed under the pavilion each year. And number 5 was add 4 skyline decorations. The cost of this would be approximately $19,884. The motion was made by Councilmember Rouse and seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Holmes, and the motion carried unanimously. Moving down to 8D is the approval of the resolution approving the 22 LaGrange Fire Department slate of officers. The mayor asked if there was a motion to approve this slate of officers for 2022. The motion was made by Councilmember Gladney and seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Holmes. With no discussion, the electronic vote was taken and the motion carried 100%. Item number 9 was update on the advanced metering and infrastructure program, infrastructure projects. We have the electric meters. The town informed council at the last meeting we're going to be installing early this month. However, the installer Landis Gear contracted COVID, and that has been pushed back until we find out when he's able to come back. We'd like to schedule that around 15th or meter reading date. Kraft stated that as soon as he comes back, he'll move forward with the electric metering installation. The water meters, Kraft states that Tyrone's crew has been working on this. This first contractor we utilized for the meter replacement process resigned. We now have one to replace him, and he has nearly completed all of the prepaid customers and will begin to install new meters for the traditional customers thereafter. Item number 9B is an update on the water and sewer projects. And as you see here, the project design is 100% complete. The permitting is January 2022. Agency reviews is for January and February. The final design was completed in November 2021. The bidding contract execution is to be March, April of 2022. The construction period will be in May 2022 to April 2023. So that's a year-long project there. And hopefully the project will be closed out between May and June of 2023. Next was an update on the battery energy storage project. Kraft said that we have completed the excavation work at the Public Works facility, where we need to install footings to hold the batteries. This progress is fairly well. It's progressing fairly well. We anticipate operation sometime in late March, which is only about 1 month behind from what we originally projected. Item number 9D is the update on the demolition of the Layden building. We solicited bids. We were able to obtain quotes. We awarded the bids to one individual company experienced in prior demolitions. The awarded company does this regularly and thought he had complete liability coverage. However, it was missing one piece, and that is insurance for the marriage walls. We're giving him the opportunity to rectify this. If not, we will go to the next bidder, who is at $26,000. And item number 10 is the financial report. The finance director included the year-to-date budget information to the council as information in an effort to keep the council informed as to the status of the town's finances. No formal report is planned, but the staff will answer the council's questions should there be any. And that was a brief summary of pretty much everything that happened at the January 10th meeting. And now we move forward to the February 7th, 2022 meeting. The meeting was called to order by Mayor Wootson. The opening prayer was given by yours truly, Anthony Hall. And there was a public hearing in regard to the Chapter 38 zoning text amendments. And the zoning amendments were passed with the deletion of the ETG only Board of Adjustments. The motion was made by Councilmember Gray and seconded by Councilmember Miles. There was no Board of Adjustments, no public comment. And going on to item 6 is the amendments to and approval of the agenda. And then there was no amendments. Well, let's strike that. The amendment was to add the slate of officers approval. No, that was for the last one. The yeah, there was no amendments for that one. Moving down to item number 7. The consent agenda. Motion was made by Councilmember Holmes, second by Councilmember Hall, and the motion carried. On to number 8, the new business. There was amendment to the agenda to add the approval of the ordinance amending the 2021 budget for the FEMA/AFG grant. Motion was made by Councilmember Holmes, seconded by Councilmember Hall, and that motion passed. As far as the unfinished business, we had another update on the advanced metering infrastructure upgrade, the update on the water and sewer projects, update on the battery energy storage system, and an update on the Layden building demolition. And also the financial report was given. Motion was made by Councilmember Gray and the Councilmember Hall, seconded to go into closed session. Sorry, I skipped by the member comment section. That was item number 11. And at the end of every meeting, members are given an opportunity to speak on any subject that they choose to bring before the town council. And I spoke about a certain project that I want to implement in LaGrange. Here's what I said. Thank you, Mayor Wooten, fellow council members, citizens of LaGrange, good evening. One thing that we all have in common is our love for the town of LaGrange, its people and history. One of the ways that we can show love and appreciation for the town history is to recognize people of historical significance to our town. What I bring before you tonight is a recommendation that we implement local historical marker program so that we as a council can recognize some of the people that helped make the town what it is today. I have with me a copy of the state historical marker program criteria that we can use as a blueprint to create our own program, and a copy of the fact sheet for pursuing a local or privately purchased marker. The town of LaGrange has a rich history, and I believe it is our duty to do everything we can to keep that history alive. And that was pretty much at the end of the meeting. My goal is to to have that added to the agenda for the next meeting for the town council members to review and to vote on. And that concludes the summary of the council meetings. And I know I kind of messed up on a few of the agenda items, but still working on this process and trying to do my best to reach out to the people of LaGrange, the citizens of LaGrange, and share all the information I have. And I really am passionate about doing what's right and doing what's best for the people of LaGrange. So until we meet again, thanks.